So the first day you were talking about how volleyball has been a really inspirational part of your life. What has been like your most inspiring moment or the toughest part of having volleyball in your life?
Well, it all kind of started like you start playing volleyball at super young age if you want to like play competitively. And when you're in 8th grade, 7th grade, you don't think about your future like that. So once I got to high school, my coach after my freshman year, I made varsity. She told me that I could play in college, and I kind of looked at her like she's nuts. Like I've never heard that. I'm really little. Like I come from a very short family. Like there's no way I could play in college because you see all these big beefy girls playing. So
Like me.
so then you just kind of she tried to get me to join all these club teams and stuff like that, and it wasn't going well for a while. And then finally, my 17th year, I made the ones team at this really elite club, and you just kind of start to think that this could actually happen, like this dream of mine, to play. It was first to play in college, and then it was to play Division I volleyball, which not very many people get to. So that was kind of cool, and then that was the beginning of like a crazy process of recruiting and stuff like that. And I had a really bad high school teacher or coach who was also the recruiting coordinator at my club, and would basically tell me that like I would send out my tapes to these schools, and she told me that there was no chance, and I had my eyes set on Milwaukee. And growing up in the Madison area, you always think you want to be a Badger and stuff like that, but I didn't like the coaching staff there and stuff like that, so I really just wanted to come to Milwaukee, and so she kept telling me no. They would never look at me. And finally, I had a tournament in Milwaukee, and one of the assistant coaches showed up. So I was talking to her for a little bit, and she wanted me to come on a visit. And so I went and visited with the team and everything like that. And my coach just kept telling me, like, no, you're not going to do it. You're not going to make it. Like,
Wow.
You're never going to get there. And this is the person who's supposed to be helping me, like,
Right.
throughout, like, the recruiting process, and she's telling me no. So then I remember after a tournament, my 18s year, so most of the people on my team have already committed to schools and stuff like that. So I was kind of late in the process, but I was really excited. I really wanted to go to Milwaukee still. They have a great program here, so a lot of history. I remember the exact place I was at. I was at a Mexican restaurant in Madison after a tournament, and I remember my phone ringing, and I just looked at it, and I didn't know the number, so I didn't answer it. And then they left me a voicemail, so I decided to, listen to it right away. And then it was the head coach from Milwaukee, and I just remember like screaming in this restaurant, like, "Mom, I got an offer!" And she was like, "Are you serious?" So I just remember like breaking down and having to like pull it together and call her back right away because I didn't want her to offer someone else. So I called her back, and she was like, "We want to offer you a spot on the team and all this." And I'm like, holy, yeah. I was very speechless, but that was definitely like, I just wanted to like show my recruiter that, I can do it. And that was by far the best moment of my volleyball life.
Wow.